We're getting closer to the end of the year and I'm not that close to my reading goal. So we're doing a 24-hour readathon. I'm actually shocked. It's so hot. No. Let's get started. Okay guys, we are about to start a 24-hour readathon. It's about to be 1:45 on Saturday. So at 1:45 on Sunday, I'm going to stop reading. We'll see how much we can get done in a full 24 hours. We just started the timer. I am currently reading Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. I have about 3 hours left of the audiobook. Some of my rules for this 24-hour readathon are that I am allowed to listen to audiobooks. I am gonna sleep, and unfortunately I do have some plans. I wanted to wait and do this challenge when I had like a full weekend with no plans, but at this rate, with how busy I've been with family, friends, work, I can't do that. So we have minimal plans, so we're gonna read as much as humanly possible. But the first book that we're really starting with is Releasing 10. I'm almost done with it. I think I have like probably 150 pages left. I've got my kava for lunch. I'm ready to go. So let's dive in. I will keep you updated with my progress. Actually, by the way, I didn't even describe what this book is about. Basically, if you've never heard of the Boys of Tommen series, it's the original like Binding 13 book series. This is actually the last one that's currently out in the series, number 6. I have been flying through this series. I read the original 2, Binding 13 and Keeping 13, last year and then took a big break. But I literally read pretty much the entire rest of the series all this month and I'm obsessed with it. It's a high school Irish rugby romance where it kind of goes through different members of this big friend group. It's really, really heavy and it has a lot of trigger warnings. It discusses like really intense adult topics, even though it's younger kids. Like this kind of spans them from childhood all the way up into like 18 years old. It's intense. It's definitely not a YA read. I know there's been kind of debate over how these are classified. Sometimes they get called YA, but they are not YA. It's very, very intense, but easily one of my favorite series I've ever read. They're really long, they're really detailed, very dialogue and character building heavy, but oh, these books are so good. And this one has been shattering me. It's really, really freaking sad, but I am flying through it because I feel like I know these characters and I need to know what ends up happening to them. So we've already wasted 2 minutes of the challenge. Let's get to reading. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half and I think I've read like 70 pages. I've got a little bit under 100 left to go. I think literally the only complaint that I have at all about this series is that it can sometimes get pretty repetitive, where there's a lot of scenes that are kind of the same. These are all about different couples and usually one of the two people is like really going through something. And so it's just kind of like a lot of back and forth once you get to like the meat of the story. It was the same thing with Joey's books, the Saving 6 and Redeeming 6. So that can get a little bit repetitive, but I do think that it's an effective way to kind of convey like how much the person is struggling and like that they keep going back to old habits and stuff. So it's not like really a bad thing. It does further the plot, but it makes it sometimes a little bit dull to read. I've been doing a lot of audiobooking with this series and the audiobook narrators are literally amazing. They're Irish, of course, so they have an Irish accent, but they do different, like slightly different regional accents for each character. So obviously it's like in the US, we have Southern and we have Boston accent and we have California accent, but there they have like little different ones, whether you're from Dublin or from the country or whatever. So I really do suggest the audiobook. It took me forever to actually understand what they were saying though. I usually like to listen to audiobooks on like 1.2, 1.5 speed, something like that. And I had to work my way up to 1.5 because I was like, I have no idea what these people are saying. But I'm gonna keep reading and I will check in with you soon. I finished it. I finished Releasing 10. I am like really on the verge of full tears. I haven't really cried during any of these books, but this one, this is a really tough read. Oh my gosh, the ending. I have so many mixed emotions. This is like the epitome of a character. Going into this book, this one's about Lizzie and Hugh and their backstory. Going into this book, I really hated Lizzie. And I was like, I'm not gonna like this book because there's just no way you could convince me to like her. My heart is shattered for this girl. Like, I didn't think it could get worse than Joey's story, Shanna's story, like Gibbsy, all of hers is worse. She has had the hardest life, and Hugh is just this sweet little perfect angel, and like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Oh, if you guys haven't started this series, let this be your sign. It is 10 out of 10 out of 10 amazing. Really tough read though. I'm gonna have to stop reading for a little bit and go work. If you guys didn't know, and if you're watching this video, you might be interested. I have a podcast with my best friend called The Last Page Podcast where we talk all about books. And I need to edit our new episode for next week, which is our August reading wrap up and September TBR. So go check that out if you're interested. I'll link us down below. But I'm gonna give myself a little mental and emotional break, and then we're gonna move on to the next book. But let me figure out first how many pages we have read so far today. I've done like 3, maybe even 4 24-hour readathons, and I normally only get through like 250 pages. I'm a really slow reader. I don't typically get through a lot. I think that doing the audiobook combined with reading is really gonna help me. I took a little bit of a break in between to do an audiobook and like clean up my room and upload some Depop stuff. So that has really been helping me. So let's see how many pages I've done. Okay, we started on 584. I'm gonna get my calculator app out because I cannot do quick maths. Absolutely not. It is 730 pages and we started on 584. So far we have 146 pages. That's actually so good. And we are 3.5 hours into the challenge. So I'm happy with my progress so far. This is going really well. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, start the podcast edit, and then we'll come back for book number 2. I've already got something up my sleeve. Okay, hi, it's me again. I was a big fat liar apparently when I told you that I was gonna go work. I actually got stuck on TikTok and decided not to do any of my editing. Ricky is out for a boys' day. They're like watching college basketball, or not college basketball, college football. Who cares about college football? Not me. But he's been out all day and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take myself on a little date for dinner. I love going on a solo date and taking my Kindle. If you've never done that, I highly recommend doing it, especially because usually if it's a restaurant with like bar seating, it's so much easier to get sat quickly. You can enjoy a nice meal. They're always really nice to you. Sometimes they've given me free drinks. And by that, I mean free soda because I don't drink alcohol. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my Kindle, start my new book, which I've actually already started. It is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I'll insert a photo right here. I'm 31 pages in, so that's where we're starting at. It's basically like a very fall-coded small town romance. It's like a grumpy sunshine situation. Basically, this girl takes over her aunt's cafe in the town of Dream Harbor. Super cute, quaint little town. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a Boston-y vibe, like on the water on the East Coast. Obviously not as big as Boston though, like a very small town. Obviously I'm not from the East Coast. You could tell I don't know any of the names of the towns over there. But within the first scene, basically the first chapter, there's a delivery guy who comes to bring produce to her early in the morning, and she gets to chatting with him. He's kind of this like grumpy standoffish guy, but he is a local farmer and like delivers produce to the cafe, and she's just trying to find her footing in this new town. It's a little bit cheesy. I've heard really mixed reviews about it, but it's so hot. It's currently almost 7 p.m. and it's 84 degrees outside. So I'm trying to get into that fall cozy mood. So I'm going to my favorite restaurant ever, Miyabi. It's in Irvine, California. It is shabu shabu, which is like Japanese hot pot. They give you, this delicious meat and veggies and ramen, and you cook it in the broth. It's so good. I always get the miso tonkatsu broth. Highly recommend if you go. Their goma sauce is delicious. So I'm gonna get some soup. I'm gonna read my little fall book. I'm gonna enjoy my girls' night out, solo girls' night out, And we'll see if this book is cute or if it's extremely, extremely cheesy, because I fear that it could go either way. Also, sorry if the noise is awful. I am indeed recording in the car. But don't worry, I'm being safe, okay? Let's go get some food. Okay, reading update. It's now midnight, which means we're 10 hours into the 24-hour readathon. I am still on the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I only got about 50 pages farther since the last time I saw you. So like while I was eating, you know, I tried to read and then I read a little bit when I got home, but we did have some family over. So I didn't get a ton of reading done tonight and it's pretty late. So I think I'm just gonna take a shower, try to read a little bit more before I go to bed. And then of course, tomorrow is turning out to be a bit of a busier day than expected. So I might have to bend the rules a little bit tomorrow and give myself a pause while I have plans and then finish out the rest of the 24 hours later, because I just can't find a full 24 hours straight where I don't have anything to do. And I think that I could probably finish this book tomorrow if I have a good amount of time. So I'm gonna try and get as much reading done tonight as I can, hopefully within the next like 20-30 minutes. And then we'll check back in tomorrow morning and see where we're at with the plan. Okay, it is time for day 2 of the 24-hour readathon. Oh no, don't leave. I've got my cat right here. You can see the top of his head. I'm trying not to scare him off. Of course, whenever he sits somewhere, I have to like awkwardly mold my body to not disturb the king of the house. But like I mentioned last night, I made a little bit of a bend to the rules. So when I woke up this morning, I read a little bit, but then I had a couple things to do when we went out to eat breakfast. So I decided to pause the timer. So I'm currently paused at 19 hours and 27 minutes. So we've got a little over 4 hours left of the challenge. And if I didn't do that, I would already be done with the challenge and wouldn't have really gotten through what I wanted to. So I decided, in order for the sake of the video and for my sanity, I was gonna pause it for a little bit, but I'm back and I am ready to commit, okay? We are still reading the Pumpkin Spice. No! The cat left. Okay, I guess I can sit normally now. Okay, we are still reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Let me check what page I'm on. I'm currently on page 121. This book is a total of 357, it looks like. So in the next 4 hours, hopefully I can get done with it. I think it says I have like 4 hours left of the book. So I'm gonna try and speed read through it a little bit. I might listen to the audiobook. An overall update though on how I'm feeling about this book, I'm starting to get a little bit more invested. I feel like the characters, it's kind of an example of showing, not telling. I feel like a lot of people are talking about that concept in the book community right now. It's like, I understand some of the backstory of the characters, but I don't really feel like I know them. And especially coming off of the Binding 13 series, where the entire point of it is like so heavily focused on character building. This just feels like a little bit of, I don't even want to say a letdown, but the thing that is a letdown to me about this book is that it's literally called the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I was expecting it to be more fall coded. And again, I have a couple hundred pages left, so hopefully they get into some kind of fall activities. But right now it's just like, there's not much of a plot line. It's a little bit insta-love vibes, which I'm okay with. It's just like a cozy small town romance book. There's nothing crazy about it. I am starting to like it a little bit more as I read, but so far it's feeling like a bit of a 3-star. Like, it's not awful, but it's not great. I want more fall vibes. It's literally 90+ degrees outside. I have my iced matcha on hand and I'm trying to feel the fall vibes. It's like bright blue skies outside my window, but I need to charge my Kindle, so I'm actually gonna switch to the physical book, which, like, look at how cute this cover is. I can't get over it. The foiling? Adorable. I bet you they have some really cute, like, sprayed edges versions of these. So cute. So I'm gonna get going on this. Let's officially resume the timer and get to reading. Here we go. I accidentally took a little nap, but we're back to reading. 2 hours left. Page 212, update. We're here with the cat. The vibes are starting to get a little bit more fall. They keep talking about like a fall festival, which I'm hoping we'll get to see because I need some fall, but they did visit his farm, which they're talking about, you know, the smells and the trees and the pumpkins in the patch and all of that stuff, which is exactly kind of the vibes that I'm looking for. It's also, I think, gonna be kind of spicy. I haven't really encountered any major spice yet, but I have a feeling that this book is gonna kind of try to be spicy, which feels a little bit off for me. Like, I don't really feel convinced that these characters, who are both like a little bit awkward and kind of not even really shy, but they're just like a little bit awkward, would be all over each other like this. So again, like, it's fun. I like the vibes and the characters are cute, and it's like this little small town where everybody knows each other. There's like the gossiping book club and the old people and the friends, and like, it's cute, but I'm not super bought into the characters just yet. But we still have a little bit over 100 pages to go and only an hour. So I fear we're not gonna finish it. Guys, I wanted to make this 24-hour readathon better for you. But if you're liking this video, let me know. I will absolutely do more of these. And I think I'm gonna find a way to schedule them out a little bit better to give me more reading time, because I think I'm only up to 30 books for the year, and it's about to be September and I wanted to read 60 for the year. So I need to pick up the pace a little bit, unfortunately. I came inside to finish out the challenge. We've got 15 minutes left. I am currently on page 250, so unfortunately not gonna finish it by the end of the 24 hours. I'm quite sad, but today is the last day of the month, so I think I'm gonna have to finish this tonight so that I can add it to my August reading wrap up. But they're at the fall festival. Thank God. They're talking about pumpkin spice lattes, they're talking about caramel apples, they're talking about Halloween costumes, and this is what I came for, guys. It only took 250 pages to get there, but let's see how far we can get in the next 15 minutes. We're nearing the end. Also, if you're wondering why my bed looks like this, we're washing the sheets. It's Sunday wash day. This book is just weird because there's like not really a conflict. Like, the main thing is that somebody's kind of messing with her new cafe and they're trying to figure out who it is, and it like kind of gets solved and then it gets reignited again, but it's like not a high stakes situation at all. So there's like not really a plot, and I feel like I need some kind of subplot for a romance, because I just don't feel like, I don't know if it's gonna be like a third act breakup situation. I just don't really know. It's like so predictable that I think I know what's gonna happen, but there's also no plot line really. Okay, we're down to the last few seconds of the challenge. 3, 2, 1. Wow, 24 hours done. Okay, let me do a couple calculations and then we are gonna recap the challenge. Okay, guys, I'm actually shocked. The total pages that I read in the last 24 hours is 384, which is way more than anything I've done in these past challenges. I feel like the past couple ones, I definitely didn't break the 300 mark. So I'm very proud of myself. That's really good. I do think that obviously the like pausing that I did helped, but even still, I let the timer run through some stuff we were doing last night. Like, I've been busy. Your girl's been out on the town, okay? We went to the bookstore, we did all the things. So 384 is pretty good. Book recap, obviously you guys know that I love the Boys of Tommen series. Highly recommend. This was probably, if not my favorite of the series, one of my favorite. Very heartbreaking, so good, really long, but definitely worth it. So highly recommend that. Obviously I can't give a full review on the Pumpkin Spice Cafe just yet. I only made it to page 269, but I'm mostly done with it. And I think overall, I'm probably gonna rate this book a 3. Overall, it does scratch that fall itch. I feel like it's really hard to find like a fall specific book. And I do like the characters. I definitely don't feel connected to them at all, but they're not annoying me, which is like task number 1. If I start really hating a character, it means I'm gonna rate the book a 2 or a 1. The setting is really cute. It's like a super cozy small town. Overall, I think it's probably worth the read if that's something you're into. But yeah, very happy with how this went. If you guys want to see me do another 24-hour readathon, I think I could do even better next time, so let me know in the comments. I feel like we're gonna have to do another one before spooky season is over because this is like the perfect time to be reading, and I'm itching for some fall weather. So maybe I'll go like up to the mountains and rent a cabin for the weekend and then just read the entire time. That sounds like a really fun idea. I will see you back soon with another video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, follow me on all the social media, listen to our podcast. We have new episodes coming out every Monday, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.